Sir?
We're David and Cathlene Strong, serving in Peru, South America. Our field director in Bolivia asked me if we would host a team that was coming. And I said, sure. And then I went and told my wife that our field director had asked if we would host this team, and I had said yes. And her reaction was, and you couldn't even ask me? You did that without asking me? That was the start of something that we very much enjoy, which is hosting teams. And we do different parts, but we do that together, and it's a very enjoyable experience.
One of my favorite memories of being in the WGM family is going to celebration every year. It used to be held on a yearly basis, our celebration of missions. And one of the most impactful things to me, plus it's something that our children still talk about to this day as adults, was the parade of flags that started off every celebration every year. And I believe we were singing, "We've a story to tell to the nations." I could be wrong about the song, but then during that song you would hear Argentina, and someone would come down the aisle with the flag, Burundi, Bolivia, and it just left us in tears almost every time. And it was because of our son recently talking about the upcoming celebration that caused me to remember that. And he was like, celebration's just not the same without that song as the flags come down the aisle. And yes, times have changed, and we still celebrate what God's doing, and we still have the parade of flags, but that's one of my very favorite memories of WGM. We have been working at building relationships in Cusco, Peru for the last 5 to 6 years. That's not always easy. It's a one-on-one thing mainly, or in small groups. And we're excited to see that just in the last 6 months, we're seeing small fruit, but fruit nonetheless, of our building relationships. For example, I'm excited because some of the women are now deciding that they will carry on the ministry of women's meetings that I have done for the last several years. And when we had a co-worker with us, she and I did it together. We wanted to get others to help us, the Peruvian women, and they were excited to come to the meetings, but they couldn't take ownership in helping with the meetings. But the day before we left to come to the States, one of the ladies announced, "I've been talking to 2 other women, and we're going to do the next meeting." And I just wanted to have a shouting spell, because I could see that all of our mentoring and all of our relationship building was beginning to take root and see the fruit. Also, as we've done mentoring with young people, we're seeing them, a little bit of maturity in them. And it's only because of God's work in their lives, but using us as instruments to just share Jesus with them. And in April, a young man wrote to me on Facebook, and he said, "Would you tell Hermano David that I accepted Jesus Christ as my Savior during the night?" We weren't there to pray with him, but it was just those seeds that we planted as we have the youth into our home and share Jesus with them on a monthly, weekly basis with them. Again, I was so excited I wanted to have another shouting spell, because he gave his life to Christ, and often he has repeated, "I don't want to return to the old man that I was." And so those are just a couple of the exciting things in small steps, but giant in our eyes, of the things that are going on the Peru field in Cusco, Peru.
I would say probably one of the greatest needs would be discipleship of our local people, and one age group for that would be with our youth. And so the need would be doing discipleship, but people to help with that. And especially as we're quite a bit older than our youth, some people that would be more that age group that could more relate to the youth that we have. One of the ways to open that door that would be very effective in Cusco, Peru would be through ESL. Teaching people English and using that as a door to open their lives.